In the first segment, you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything.
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected.
Yeah.
Woke is a word used by the Black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
But words
and
migrate.
So why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, and originally that was absolutely a great thing. Alert to injustice. Who's not for that? But words do migrate.
At all concerned about the fact that the International Criminal Court just today issued a subpoena for Bibi Netanyahu?
Well, that's ridiculous.
In the opening segment, Bill Maher addressed the term woke, clarifying that he never claimed it was ruining everything. Instead, he emphasized that the term has been co-opted and weaponized, particularly by right-wing narratives, while originally it was a concept embraced by the Black community to highlight social injustices. Maher deftly explained that language evolves, and words migrate over time, sidestepping the trap set by Sunny Hostin. With calm precision, he turned the conversation into a discussion about how modern interpretations of woke culture differ from its original intent, setting the tone for the showdown to come.
In the first segment, you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything. And I know that you're...
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get...
I mean, women have no... I mean, this is a show watched by a lot of women. Women have no rights in this place. And a lot of majority Muslim countries around the world. I mean, there is no equal rights as far as speech, dress, opportunities for education, reproductive rights, freedom from sexual violence, freedom from sexual harassment.
The LGBTQ community.
Yes. That too. But you throw around the term apartheid. There is a gender apartheid in a lot of the world where women are second-class citizens at best.
As the conversation escalated, Hostin attempted to paint Maher as a hypocrite for not fully embracing modern woke ideology. She aimed to portray him as an outsider attacking a culture he once identified with. However, Maher was ready. He saw through the setup and responded with wit, asserting that awareness of injustice is always positive, but the language surrounding it had been misused. By embracing the far-left definition, he flipped the script and subtly trapped Hostin in her own rhetorical snare, leaving the audience impressed at his strategic handling.
Old-school liberals, which I would mostly count myself as, old-school conservatives, there's still some of those left.
You've changed, though.
Wait, what are the other two? Go ahead.
Well, that's what I. Well, that's what I was trying to find out in this book. I don't think I have. And you know, we were saying in the break we have to come up with a new word for woke. Let's have a contest because this is a word that's triggering. But I mean, those concepts that are different than they were 5 years ago.
Let's see what explosive gem he drops next.
So if they need to be destroyed, how do we do that? It's a. I don't know how to do that, and you don't know how to do that. I assume the advisedly do. Of course, everybody is, but that's what happens in a war. Here's a way to stop that. Stop it is ridiculous, but it's a war because it's a war and they were and they're defending themselves. Now, this is a war. Do you think Hamas needs to be?
Maher took the discussion further, expressing his shock at seeing some left-wing groups supporting organizations like Hamas. He emphasized that even as a committed liberal, he was astounded by those cheering for violence under the guise of activism. Maher highlighted the moral confusion in modern progressive movements, pointing out the disparity between advocating for social justice at home while blindly endorsing groups that commit atrocities abroad. His comments stunned the audience and clearly demonstrated his refusal to follow the modern woke playbook blindly.
If I had any doubt that I was right about the change that's happened in the left, watching people protest for an organization like Hamas, that straightened me up pretty quick.
Bill Maher recently appeared on The View to promote his latest book, and what was expected to be...
All concerned about the innocent civilians that have been collectively punished and murdered, largely children and women. And are you at all concerned about the fact that the International Criminal Court just today issued a subpoena for Bibi...
Control, she tried to paint him as someone endorsing violence against innocent civilians.
Turning to the Middle East, Maher spotlighted the stark differences in women's rights between Israel and Palestine. He argued that many self-proclaimed woke advocates criticized Israel while overlooking the oppression of women and marginalized groups in Palestine. Maher's point hit hard. These double standards reveal the hypocrisy within parts of modern progressive culture. His challenge to the panel was clear: if you support these causes, see them firsthand, an argument so compelling that Hostin and her colleagues struggled to respond.
Well, I mean, it's just astounding to me that they can't tell the good guys from the bad guys. I mean, just morally. I mean, let me tell you, if you're for Hamas, just live in Gaza for a day. And I'm not talking about while the war is on. I mean, before the war. Trust me, you would go running and screaming and begging to live in Tel Aviv, a place that has your value, presents as old. It's not really fair.
No.
Because he's almost the same age. Trump is almost the same age as him.
I know.
But Trump doesn't present that way. You know, you look at somebody right away, you can kind of just sum them up. I mean, we are not young, but we don't present as old.
Yeah.
Biden does. I saw him yesterday making that speech.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Hostin attempted a classic woke maneuver, suggesting Maher condoned violence against innocent civilians. Maher anticipated this strategy and countered with a measured, fact-based response, labeling Hamas as a terrorist organization committed to genocide against Israel. He dismantled the moral posturing, exposing the weakness of her argument and reducing the woke strategy to shambles. His precise delivery left the panel and viewers alike recognizing the depth of his reasoning and his mastery of debate.
It struck me that in the first segment you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything. And I know that you're...
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected.
Yeah.
So the term woke has been, in my view, co-opted by the right and weaponized and bastardized. And so I was surprised to hear you use the term because historically, as you know, because I think you're quite brilliant, that woke is a word used by the Black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
But words migrate.
So why is that a bad...
When Whoopi Goldberg questioned whether media narratives are skewed, Maher delivered another masterful response. He argued that most news coverage prioritizes narrative over truth, often telling only half the story to serve ideological purposes. His insight emphasized that challenging dogmatic leftist narratives requires independent thinking and a willingness to seek the full context. Maher's critique underscored the dangers of blindly following media trends without critical evaluation.
But don't tell me that the left hasn't changed. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay? That was a joke. But,
Too dark.
Well, maybe it is, but it's true. I mean, you know, if I had any doubt that I was right about the change that's happened in the left, watching people protest for a terrorist organization like Hamas, that straightened me up pretty.
Maher framed himself as an old-school liberal, contrasting his approach with that of modern woke culture. He argued for practical solutions to societal issues, such as providing safe shelters for the homeless, rather than coddling or romanticizing suffering. This distinction highlighted his commitment to compassion and reason over performative activism. Through sharp examples and relatable analogies, Maher clarified that true liberalism involves proactive problem-solving, not passive moral posturing.
This is the question.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So how can we do that with a ceasefire?
All right, so Hamas needs to be destroyed because they are a terrorist organization who say openly that they want to commit genocide on the Jewish people, on the state of Israel. That's what from the river to the sea means, okay? And they say it very openly. They said, we did this, they've attacked Israel 5 times. They've started 5 wars since they were given that land back. They could have chosen to turn that place into any place they wanted to, and they took a lot of money that they took from the international community and they spent it on bombs and building.
Throughout the show, Maher exposed the inconsistencies and hypocrisies of the woke panel. He pointed out that many self-proclaimed advocates demand fairness while ignoring reality, such as the media overwhelmingly favoring their side yet never acknowledging opposition. By highlighting these contradictions, Maher's commentary resonated with viewers who recognized the gaslighting tactics used by the woke mob, leaving Hostin visibly flustered and struggling to maintain control.
Just nothing.
Yeah.
And it's narrative over truth. You know, I mean, it's not like when I hear people talk on either side of it, I always think they're lying. They're just telling me half of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I never trust them anywhere until I check out the other half.
Maher expanded his critique beyond woke culture to include political figures. He subtly criticized President Biden for appearing frail and unfit compared to Trump, highlighting how presentation affects public perception. Maher's observations, though sharp, were delivered with his trademark humor and precision. He also hinted at broader systemic issues, suggesting that real power often resides behind the scenes, challenging the audience to think critically about political narratives and media portrayals.
Not a bad thing, and originally that was absolutely a great thing. Alert to injustice, who's not for that? But words do migrate. Now, I'll use any term you want, because maybe that is a word that's triggering, and so let's not use that word. I don't know, want to call it the super far.
The final segment summarized Maher's masterclass in dismantling woke ideology. He navigated Hostin's traps, challenged media bias, exposed hypocrisy, and advocated for practical solutions over performative gestures. His fearless wit, razor-sharp sarcasm, and methodical reasoning left the panel speechless and the audience captivated. Maher reinforced that true liberalism involves critical thinking, moral consistency, and action-oriented solutions, providing a blueprint for anyone seeking to engage thoughtfully with contentious cultural debates.
Migrants and hobos. Homeless.
It's unhoused.
Well, it's people experiencing homelessness. But they're experiencing it on the street.
Yeah.
Okay, the liberal view of that was for compassion's sake. We're the liberals, we're compassionate. Let's get these people off the street. Yeah. That's not the view of the, whatever word we're going to come up with for this. Their view of the homeless is they're an endangered species that needs to be protected in their natural habitat, living their best life.